Good morning. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living and happy Easter. So if you have an open seat next to you, if you could raise your hand so that we can know when people come in where there are seats, because we got a full house. I put out all the chairs I could fit in here. We have 90 chairs in here now. So we are ready for expansion. We may have to go to 2 services if this keeps up. What a challenge, right? Well, we're going to start with what we start every Sunday with is our vision mission statement, which is up on the screen. It says, we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. Well, I do have some announcements today. I'd like to start with one of our practitioners, Millie Parker, made her transition on the 19th of March, which is the equinox day. She had a way of picking certain dates, but she was a practitioner emeritus, which means that she had been a practitioner so long that you no longer have to pay the fee every year or relicense. She's a practitioner for life, and she was here for over 30 years, okay? Now, she had moved, right when I came here, I did get to meet her. She was a good friend of Wilma, and she moved up to Washington to be with her family after I had been here. But I just wanted to bring, just to say a special prayer for her and her as she trips the light fantastic, as we know practitioners do. So welcome, we have a new member. Is it Chancey? Chancey, hey, welcome. We have a new member. If you want to become a member, there is no fee necessary, but you do have to dedicate yourself to expanding consciousness. And I get it, not everybody wants to do that. But if you want to be part of a positive energy in this plane of existence, go ahead and fill out a form there in the back, seat backs, and put it in the box over there on the card table and become a member. Member has its privileges. And, being part of a spiritual community can only make you more abundant. I'm just saying. So our monthly community gift was donated to UCAN, and we appreciate your contributions that help us. Every month we give a $25 donation to a charitable organization in this community. Upcoming events. We are having a potluck, as you can see, after the service. I would just ask that after the service, wait a few minutes in your seats until the people who are preparing everything can get over there and uncover and make sure everything's ready to go. And then, as you feel led, get in line. Rock and roll with Reverend Steve. Oh boy, it's shaping up to be a quite an interesting evening. We have these special commemorative laminates for everyone. They're miniature laminates. It's a backstage pass. It's a miniature backstage. If you ever wanted to have a laminate, you see these artists, they're walking around the venue, they got the laminate, they're going to be with the band. Well, if you come, you get a backstage pass. All right? So, come for the music, but stay for the backstage pass. Now this is the backstage, so there's really nothing back there. There's a room over here with a bunch of equipment in it that like one person can stand in. So if you want to go stand in that room, there will be a line and a sign-up sheet. But please come and help us celebrate. This is a Raise the Roof fundraiser. We are going to be putting a new roof on this building and our LEC. And as you know, prices are very interesting, but we are an abundant universe. So, and if you know any roofers, if you could give me their name and number so that we can start that process. So the band, all the bands have been rehearsing, and the band that I'm officially playing in is the Full Moon Project, and we had a rehearsal on Friday night, and we have a bunch of really great music. And Scott, our vocalist, is here. Scott, raise your hand. And he's awesome, and he rocks the house. Okay, Soul Collage. Jamaica Wallace and Samantha Hall are delighted to announce the continuing of the Soul Collage, and it's actually going to be it's a little different. It's what's it called? Soul. Okay, but upcoming, they're going to change it into oracle card reading type things you make for yourself. So stay tuned. It is a sliding scale between $30 and $50. 10% of the proceeds goes to GPCSL. So you can have fun and support your center. It's fabulous. It really is. It is an awesome experience to come, and all you need to do is be able to pick out pictures and post them onto a card. There's really no art, and we'll teach you how to do that if you need help. But I mean, but there's a whole spiritual component to Soul Collage. I have about 30 cards now, and it is just so awesome to have those cards. I go in the morning and select a certain card and just meditate on it. Our GPCSL third annual fun fair, Saturday, June 1st from 11 to 4 p.m. There are applications in the back. If you would like a table, we're offering it to you, the community, here first before we open it up to the greater community. We want you to have first choice on getting a table and offering what you do in this community so that you can have exposure and sell some of your stuff and have a good time with us. So please come and do that. There will be a wide variety of vendors, presenters, and services such as spiritual readings, messages, Reiki, as well as local made jewelry, candle, art, and craft. There's going to be so much stuff. There's going to be an artisan's table. If you don't want a table but want your stuff there, you can get onto our artisan's table where everything will be there for the selling. So, and you can call Paula Peterson if you have any questions about that. Ongoing events is our metaphysical book study from 9 to 9:45 over in the LEC. We're studying the Science of Mind book by Dr. Ernest Holmes. You don't have to be registered for this. You can pop in and just have an experience. You don't have to come every Sunday. And then from 9:50 to 10:05, we have our silent meditation provided by the practitioners each Sunday. The book of the week is The 5 Steps of Freedom by John Waterhouse. I think we have an announcement by Roxanne. Roxanne, do you want to go? Marie. Marie, come on up, Marie, and let's welcome Marie. She's going to talk to us about some books.
So we have a wonderful bookstore back there, and in March, which is still March, we're doing 20% off. This book of the week is the five Steps to Freedom, which teaches you how to do the 5 steps of the prayer treatment and has exercises in it to help you personalize them for yourself. But I also wanted to let you know it's great to buy books as gifts, and we have coloring books, we have children's books, we just have so many books there. So, you know, if there's a celebration coming up, someone in your family that's having a birthday or a child, or, you know, come and get a book and give them a gift and support the effort.
You know, our book, supporting our bookstore is another way of supporting your center. Instead of going to Amazon, which is a beautiful thing in itself, we have some wonderful gifts back there. I don't know if we have any more magazines. I don't know. We may have a few more Science of Mind magazines. They're doing them 2 months at a time. Okay, the other announcements that I have, we have a couple left. Great. The flowers today are from Mary Reynolds and Barbara Scott. Aren't they beautiful? And there's also water that's blessing us and that we're blessing. And that's a whole story in itself. And I'm sure Alyssa would love to talk to you about that personally afterwards. But thank you for bringing the water. Let's hear. Bless the water, right? Right? Okay, anybody here for the first time? Is there anybody here that their first time right here? We got a couple. Okay, keep your hand up. We have a gift for you, and I don't want you to miss your gift. We want to thank you for making this your spiritual destination for Easter. And we have a wonderful spiritual family here. And we would love to see you after service so that we can get to know you better. We've been expecting you. And thank you for not disappointing us. So come for the message, stay for the food. Where two or more are gathered, we will eat. And that is so true in this center. Cell phone reminder, if you have a cell phone, please phasers on stun, as Star Trek would say, or put them on, turn them off for a few minutes so that they don't wake us up in the middle, God calling you in the middle of service. And go ahead and stand up as we sing, "We Are One."
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come. As we are one, we are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one.
I have a coach in the audience reminding me to slow down as I speak. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. Wow, we do have a full house today. That is just lovely, and it's a glorious, glorious day outside. Would we expect less? No. My name is Janet Moray, and I am one of the practitioners here, and very honored to be up here and speaking to you today. Slowly. So, if you would join me, please, in reading the gratitude. I am thankful to know and remember that life is a continuing journey, and I actively participate in its unfolding. So, what is a practitioner, and what do we do? At the back of the seat, there is a list that says what we do as practitioners. Our main goal as practitioners is to pray for you for a whole week. And so we like to hear what you want us to pray for, number 1. And there's a yellow sheet back there behind the seat. You can fill that out. You can put it in the box at the back, or you can actually put it in the offertory when it comes around. So please fill it out, and then we will pray on it for a week for you. And we can always extend that. When you have an answer to your prayer, use the blue form. We love to know that when your prayers are answered, that life is, God is, Spirit is giving you what it is you really want to make your life more complete. Today, the table practitioner is Steve. Oh. I think it's Jamaica. Hi, honey. And so if you want prayer after the service, we can do that for you, a quick prayer. Can the practitioners that are here today and will be available after the service, raise your hand so we know? And so Jamaica knows who she can ask to do prayer. And we're happy to do that for you. So now we're going to read the prayer. And that's also up on the screen. As my spiritual work goes on, my practice deepens. I vow to stay conscious with the love and embrace ever-expanding possibilities. Now we are going to sing I Am Loved, and you may stay seated for that. Okay, I am going to do a short invocation. And this week, since Rising Up, this whole month has been our theme, I've taken it the last day of the Science of Mind magazine. It's just wonderful. There's a daily prayer, daily affirmation. It's a wonderful way to start the day with some joyous inspiration. So what I want to do is I want to share with you part of the words that appear in Sunday's talk in the Science of Mind magazine. The 31st of March, 1/3 of our year has gone. Pardon me? Well, actually, 1/4. That's true. Thank you. I was never good in there. If we are incarnations of God, our spirit is God, individualized, and as such, eternal. These words are from Ernest Holmes in one of his magnificent books called Living the Science of Mind. on page 91. On this day, Christians around the world of Jesus as their Savior. However, those who practice New Thought view Jesus as a master teacher who led by example, telling people that what he did and that we can also do that. We're the people. So the teachings we get from Jesus are just magnificent. Dr. Holmes encouraged people, that's us, to focus with the kingdom of heaven within ourselves to express their highest and best, letting go of any worries about what might come next. We want to take it a moment at a time. We want to be in our moment so that we can enjoy every morsel of life that we have. On another level, the resurrection of Jesus offers a lesson that, as the stone rolled away from the entrance of Jesus' tomb, we can roll away the stone of our small selves, let our true selves express a higher and deeper level of consciousness. In essence, we want to live from the Christ within us. Metaphorically, we can roll away the stone of ego and fear, allowing our true self, that self that sees through the eyes of love and oneness, with freedom to express. So here's the affirmation that was written for today. It's always at the bottom. If you don't take the publication, you might want to think about it at the daily inspiration. And it states, and I quote, "I am resurrected in spirit, allowing my true self the freedom to express in deeper and greater freedom in ways than ever before." So if you'd like to take a moment, if you want to close your eyes, that's fine. And just go into some quiet meditation. If the affirmation speaks to you, whatever works for you today, and I'll call you back into the room in just a couple of minutes. So please come back into the room, holding that wonderful peace that you have in your heart, love that you have in your heart, and being in consciousness for the rest of the program. So now we are going to have special music, and followed by the special music will be Reverend Steve Stuck. Thank you.
Um, great, wonderful fellow. I do. It's always been one of my favorites, you know. And Jim was also kind enough to let me ask sang my song, do you remember it? Could it be that we changed? And understand if we've changed, it's only we're meant to grow. Oh, I hope you know what remains. So sing la 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 la, sing a simple song. We all belong only to time. Sing la 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 la, sing a simple song. We all belong only to time. Everything is everything. I am you, and you know you're me. It's easy to see when you try. That we are the sun, and the sun is our brother, and Jesus was we. Oh, I hope you see what remains. So sing la 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 la, sing a simple song. We all belong only to time. Go ahead and sing along. Sing la 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 la, sing a simple song. We all belong only to time. There is only one life, and in all of creation, one energy. In you and me, one eternal song. And though we are here but a moment, expressions of spirit of me. Oh, now do you see that life goes on and on? So sing la 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 la, sing a simple song. We all
Beautiful. Let's hear it for Chip and Bucky once again. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, testing, 1, 2. Take this down. We'll do this. Well, let me just make some adjustments here. Got to be your own roadie sometimes. You get to a point in your rock career where you want a roadie more than a groupie, but that's a whole other talk. But welcome to Easter. I'm going to turn his mic off. Okay. Well, welcome. It's Easter Sunday. And, you know, this marks change. This marks a rebirth. Our March theme was, now that's how we've never done it, because things are changing rapidly. Today's title is Don't Go Back to Sleep, or Rising in Consciousness. That's what the Easter message is metaphysically, is rising in consciousness. Jesus rose as his Easter experience. And that's what we can do. You know, we've awakened to the truth of our identity as divine human beings. You wouldn't be in this room if you didn't believe that there was something else going on. So welcome. You've made it. This is the place to be. You are on the road, but just because you're on the road doesn't mean that you are at your destination yet. The work has just begun, and the path leads us forward, onward and upward, onward through the fog, as they say. But don't go back to sleep. It's okay to hit the snooze bar a couple times, but after like the third time, yeah, you got to get up. Okay, you got to get up. You didn't set the alarm just to hear it. As we learn to more fully embody the truth of our divine humanness, we're reminded that this is a journey. We're not there yet, and we will never be there because we've always been there. You are already there. I urge you to stop being a seeker and become the finder that you are. You have found something powerful. It has always been within you. It has never left you, but we have run from it. But you can run, but you cannot hide. And the further unfolding of spiritual perfection is the new pattern of our world. Have you guys noticed that there's an energy shift going on? Everybody, how was this full moon, lunar eclipse, retrograde, stars in alignment weekend been for you? I'm sure there's some other things I've missed, but oh man, it's a doozy. Even that extraordinary state of the happily ever after requires continued attention and intention. Have you noticed you're not there yet? Are you still bothered by little things? Well, that bothering is what motivates you and catapults you into your next greatest yet to be. Because it is in our uncomfortableness that we move for better energy. We move to attract better experiences into our life, don't we? So the work goes on. Don't go back to sleep. You know, recent events in the world have altered us and changed us away from our fear-based experience to a conscious knowing that we can heal through a lot of stuff. You have healed yourself through a lot of stuff. Amen. And it's time. It's time. Our fears are surfacing to be released. They're bubbling up. And what happens when bubbles get to the surface? They pop and become the energy of all that is. And that's what's happening. And we're in the midst of that boiling. You've been simmering long enough. It's time to boil. But don't boil over.
The demands that have been put upon ourselves are the demands that we signed up for when we came into this plane of existence to experience just these times. And we're the right people at the right place at the right time. You are the light workers. So enlighten up. Don't take it so darn seriously. All right? We're here to have fun. That just doesn't mean that there's not seriousness to some of the things that we do. You seriously have fun. Don't get trapped in your seriousness. Exactly. Make serious fun. I want to have some serious fun. But to effectively do so, we need to set some intentions to stay awake to the truth of who we really are. Happy Easter. Resurrection. What is your resurrection story? We've all had a Good Friday. I don't know why they call it Good Friday. It wasn't so good for Jesus. I'm just saying. I mean, let's look at the story. It was not, I don't know. But the goodness is that there was a transition as part of his experience. That's the Jesus message, is transitioning from a lower state of consciousness to a new one. That is what we are all here to do. You know that you were resurrected when you were born? And that when you make your transition, you'll be resurrected again. You'll wake up in some other movie. And you'll go, wow, that was a trip. What the heck was that? Whew, I thought that was real. So your life is a dream that the divine is having as you. Is it dreamy? So if you're not experiencing the tra-la-la of the dream state, it's time to refocus our energy. Science of Mind offers us not only philosophy, but a way of living. Practical tools for immersing ourselves in our spiritual oneness. As we set these intentions to dive deeper into this teaching and its practices, we become more aware that situations in our outer experience cannot be solved by just pointing a finger out there. Oh, look at that. That's terrible. And what have you done? You've become part of the terribleness by pointing your finger at it. You're acknowledging it. You're expanding that energy. Now, this doesn't mean that it's not there. It means that we don't become part of it. We go, that's there, and what do I want to have happen here? Inviting that solution, you become part of the solution instead of part of the problem or the situation. We can choose to recognize current events as cries for help and healing at a much deeper level. And it's time for that healing to occur. If we are to step into the vision of a world that works for everyone, and that's what we're teaching here at the Centers for Spiritual Living, is a world that works for everyone. Now, does that mean that you get what you want and I don't? No, it means that we listen to each other and we find a happy medium. You know, Spirit doesn't have a political party or a gender or anything that would minimize the experience, because it is everything. If it is anything, we must continually choose to re-choose to live from that place of love that we are. We must live from love. That is the Easter message. You are being reborn right here and right now by the evolution of your conscious thought, by picking a better feeling thought. Only you can do it, though. Nobody's going to do it for you. If the infinite could do it for you, you wouldn't need to be, because it would just do it. But you've been given the biggest gift other than the life you were given. You were given choice. So choose rightly. choose a solution. You know, when we talk about the challenges, it's just like pointing at it. We need to point to the solution, and it's right here. Because what you're looking for, you are looking with. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. It is our spiritual experience. It's time to expand that old joke into how do we stay in Carnegie Hall? I don't want to get there. I'm there. You were born there. You never left there. But the experience of this life, we got stripped away of our remembering of who and what we are so that we could figure it out all over again. And that's what your life is. You are remembering. Remember who you are. Remember that movie? Remember who you are. Who do you believe yourself to be? Your source energy. You are it. Having tasted this truth, how do we anchor ourselves into it? How do we live from that place all the time? Well, I would tell you it would take the consciousness of a saint to continually live in that energy. But man, that's why we're here. Energy. Emotion. Energy in motion. Change your emotion. Having a renewed dedication to our practice allows us new tools for grounding on this plane of existence. Imagine from the bottom of your feet, roots going deep into the earth and the soil. Interesting, Sam. I don't. Interesting. Often individuals turn towards spiritual practices such as meditation and spiritual mind treatment when seeking relief from the pain of personal challenges, only to set those practices aside when the pain has subsided. Or we may congratulate ourselves for practicing high thoughts or loving kindness towards our fellow humans until an invitation arises to engage in gossip or an ain't it awful harshness. It happens. You know. People gather around the water cooler at their place of energetic exchange and talk about how terrible it is. And all you have to do is come up and go, yeah, but isn't it a great day? I got to go back to work. Yeah, but isn't it awful? Yeah, it's been awful, but boy, it sure is better now. Now is the time to recommit ourselves to the high road of spiritual consciousness. You are the right people at the right place at the right time right now, this very moment. So take advantage of it. We must commit to the maintenance of our own spiritual awakening and consciousness, because there is a power in a new idea. We know that as a new thought teaching, our philosophy is anything but new. Our teaching is called New Thought, Ancient Wisdom. Humans have always and will always yearn for new ways to comprehend and embody our place within the infinite energy. Ernest Holmes, the other great thinkers of history, have each brought their own new perspective to the conscious evolution of divine humanness. And 2,000 years ago, Paul invited us to be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Renewing of your mind. Whoa. Now, all in moderation, don't go crazy. But sometimes we need to get a little crazy. I mean, not crazy off the deep end, but we have to think bigger. I mean, what did it take for those people to jump on a thing that took them into the air? The Wright brothers or sisters or whoever it was. I'm sure there was some women involved, I'm telling you. But the women probably said, I'm not getting on that thing. I'm going to have my brother try it out first. I'll get on when they're, serving drinks and stuff. We individually and collectively continue to awaken and respond to that inner call. Isn't that what's happening? You're having an inner call to rise in consciousness. That's what this Easter story is really all about. To begin to awaken to your new spiritual experience. Each moment is an opportunity for a new idea. That's what new thought is. That's what I love about new thought. There is a new thought awaiting your recognition of it. Ernest Holmes called this teaching open at the top. That's what new thought is. Just as returning to a favorite book or movie after some years away will reveal a new, unexpected insight when we review it. We each can claim a fresh new approach to each moment as we spiral upward and onward through the fog into the stratosphere of consciousness. And that's just the beginning. So what's your stratosphere of consciousness? What if the challenges that may have put you to sleep last night don't wake you up in the morning with the same energy? What if they are the perfect catalyst for your evolution to be a different person? That is what the Easter story is all about. So in conclusion, it's up to us to invite and commit to this new now moment and its new ideas for us, for our communities and for our world. We've awakened to the truth of our identity as divine human beings. And now we need to heed Rumi's exploration. Go back to sleep now. Don't do it. You're just going to wake up cranky. You know, that afternoon nap that's not long enough? It's not long enough, so you wake up cranky. That's what I do. I don't take those afternoon naps unless I can get a good hour in. If I get 15 minutes, I'm like, what's happening? Just get into that state. So don't go back to sleep. We surrender to the divine guidance of our inner love wisdom. And not only listen for its message for us, but step out, step up, and step forward into conscious, spirit-centered energy. There is something powerful happening right now. Things that used to work are being stripped away because there is a new way of doing things. The new wine will not go into the old wine sacks, for there's a new component to the energy that's being built. And our old structures are falling away because we're entering a whole new paradigm. So buckle up, Buttercup. This new thought stuff is not for sissies, man. It is not, let me tell you. I know firsthand. I've been through some things. And I continue to walk through some things. You know, just because I become a spiritual person doesn't mean that challenges don't beset me. Sometimes you get even more challenges because, you know, the infinite says, you're ready to handle it. I would argue with that sometimes. But we are the change we wish to seek in the world. We are it. Don't say, oh, I've got a great idea, and Reverend Steve, you should do it. I'm here to hold the container so you can do it. You know, this talk that you go, oh, I have 5 friends that really need to hear this. No, you need to hear it. This is for you. I used to do that. Oh, they love this book. And they didn't love it like I did because it was for me. So, step out, step up, and step forward. Together, grounded in that divine power of promise, working in us and through us and as us, we transform this world. That's who you are. So it is. Amen. So, this teaching is all about prayer. We're going to go into prayer now. Could you grab the lights? I don't know if it's going to make a buzz. We're having a buzz problem. Oh, good. It didn't do it. I like a good buzz. All in moderation. Come on, everybody. All right, we're going into prayer. So, I invite you to find that place in your consciousness where spirit awaits your recognition of it. What do you believe created you? There is something that is happening. And that energy of love is transforming your consciousness right here and right now. Because I know that each one of us is unified in that field of all-knowingness. You are not just a dream the divine is having. You are the divine having a dream. And that dream is being realized as you step into your power. I may not know what you're walking through right now, but I know Source Energy does. And right here and right now, I activate the guides, the angels, the energies of healing right now are surging through every cell of our beings. And I activate the thriving energy of gratitude. Thank you, divine loving wisdom. As we move our consciousness from whatever the challenge was to what we believe the love of the universe is, we become the love of the universe. Knowing that all the right cells are moving in all the right places in your body for perfect healing. That all the right ideas are moving in your conscious awareness for the healing of this universe as you. So with that love and that gratitude, with that energy of release, we let go. We completely release anything that may have previously blocked our inner flow so that we may step into this moment completely resplendent, loved, and loving. We let go, and we let Source Energy be who we are. As we affirm this together by saying, so it is. Amen. So be it now. Well, it is time for our prosperity affirmation. So if you'd like to take your gift and put it on your heart, or just put your hand on your heart, we will affirm this together by saying, with a generous heart, I offer my gift to this center. I know it blesses me and my center, which does great good in the world. Music.
Thank Reverend Steve for that introduction. You're all about praying. And actually, I think that's part of Christ consciousness. The Bible is full of these passages. Like, where did he go? Oh my God, the disciples are like, oh, there he goes. I don't know. There he's going off to pray again. I have found maybe and there was a service about that some years ago, and nothing. It was just about praying. And I was like, well, how do I find a song? When we about praying, and someone said to me, well, when don't we? I thought, well, I guess that's it. So I wrote this song. When I see the stars come out at night, open my eyes in the morning light, breathe the sun for another day. That's when I pray. When I feel joyful and at peace, when I get angry and I need relief from all the things that I put in my way. That's when I pray. That's when I close my eyes and open my heart wide. That's when Spirit reminds me, love that's inside me will guide me and show me the way. When I pray, when I think of you, when I think of you, when you get upset and I get confused, I can't think of anything to say. That's when I pray. When I hit my stride and I'm on top, or I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. When I feel my feet are made of clay, that's when I pray. That's when I close my eyes and I open my heart wide. That's when Spirit reminds me, love that's inside me, guide me and show me the way. When I pray, whether I'm feeling blessed and I want to be grateful, I'm feeling stressed and I don't want to sound whatever the reason, whatever the hour, prayer has a power that makes me better. When I hear the birds singing in the trees, when I feel love, you show me. When I look at life and I am just amazed, that's when I pray. When I worry about all the things I lack, when I need something just to bring me back to the love I know I have always. When I pray, when I pray.
Beautiful. Thank you, Chip. Well, it's time for us to do a prayer for our offertory this morning. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They're evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. And they do good work in this world, blessing the giver and receiver and allowing this, the Grants Path Center for Spiritual Living, to be open and available for those who are choosing to remember who they are, and for those who may not know it yet. And for that, this community and this world is blessed and thrives. And so it is. Okay, well, let's stand up and sing our final song, shall we?
It's time for a little bit of Beatles, all right? Every song George ever wrote. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Go to the next slide. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Don't forget to
Okay.
hug a rabbit if you see one in the crowd.
All right, it's time for our benediction. So please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now. It's happening in my mind. It's happening in my body. It's happening in the body of my affairs. I think it. I feel it. And I know it. Just the way that it is. And just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Happy Easter, everyone. Have a great week. We'll see you Friday night for Rock and Roll with Reverend Steve. Come party with us in moderation.
And we have a taco bar. No
Taco bar, Friday night, 6 o'clock.
And this equipment will be used.